going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back, and good morning. Actually, for me, it is bright and early this morning. Welcome back to my third edition, my third podcast here. I was actually filming this on the road the other day, and I did not have the microphone set up, and there was road noise, and it just sounded terrible. I know my first two podcasts, I was on the road. I'm probably going to just start doing these in a closed environment, like here in the garage, just chilling. That way you guys can get the best audio experience and the camera's not jumping all around. So if you are new, thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to talk about events that are going on in the diesel community. I'm going to try to do these, like I've said, once a month or so to just catch up on different things going around, what I'm seeing, what you guys are probably watching too. I know you guys are into the same thing I am. That's why you probably clicked on this video. So I want to thank you all for the support. Like I said, it's morning. I'm in my reclining rocking chair. Me and my wife bought these for sporting events and just being out and about. It's so nice to have the hydraulics in the back. We've seen a bunch of people that had these and we're like, where did they get these? And we looked on Amazon and these things are incredible. So if you guys want a nice rocking hydraulic chair, I don't even know what to call it. They're fancy. They're about $60, but they're worth every penny. And you can finally retire the old foldable hang-up one. So highly recommend it, especially if you're out and about this fall. So anyways, having my morning Celsius. You guys drink Celsius? Could do a sponsorship right there. Anyways, guys, like I said, if you are new, thank you for being here. We team up with local repair shop Overtime Diesel for all kinds of fun content related to diesel trucks, razors, side-by-sides, anything on wheels really for the most part, and just things that we're into. So check out the content on the channel, see if it fits you, see if you want to subscribe and stick with us. Otherwise, we can dive right into it. I made a list here, so I might check my phone periodically, make sure I cover all the topics, but we can go ahead and kick off with the big event that happened this month, and that was Blake Fitzgerald's FP Truck Fest, I believe 2.0. Absolutely incredible. I don't know if there was 10,000, I don't know how many trucks or how many people went through there, but guys, videos all over the internet. It seems like everybody had an absolute riot there. Anybody and everybody with a camera made a video. I watched tons and tons of videos on that event. Excuse me. And then Blake dropped the video, which was more like a movie. It was like an hour-long video recapping the event. Super incredible. Shows every day through the whole weekend. I mean, he had cinematics, he had drone shots, he had interviews, and it was spot on. It's so cool to see an hour-long YouTube video do well when most of the time people can give you 3 or 4 minutes of their time. I didn't watch the full hour, but I guarantee I spent 20, 30 minutes anyway on that video. So shout out to Blake for keeping our attention and delivering the heat time and time again. If you guys don't know, he has a repair shop down in Tennessee, and he's kind of blown up over the last year. I believe the first time I seen him anyway, I know he already had a successful business, but Gabe Farrell got work done there and started filming stuff there at the shop. And then next thing you know, you see Blake's on YouTube. I probably started subscribed to him around like the 8,000 or 9,000 subscriber mark, and now he's at like 80 or 90 or something crazy. So it goes to show you that YouTube can still kick off in this day and age, and it's just super cool to see. I think the reason why I personally resonate a lot there is because with OV's shop here and what we do, it seems very relatable. Just down to earth, low-key guys working on trucks and just sharing it with the world, and I think that's super cool. It's crazy to see him have Bailey Zimmerman, country music star, getting his truck done there. Katie Noel, another one. He gets all these big names now. I don't want to sell out. I would never personally sell out, and it doesn't feel like he is selling out. You know what I mean? I think it's just getting that much attention to where people are really into the diesel truck game, and I think it's huge for our industry, and it's so cool to see the smiles. When you watch that, I literally did not see Bailey not smiling like the entire time, and that excitement he gets, and he's like, man, I just want to learn more about this. I want to know I want to do everything, and that's how I feel because I'm not a mechanic like Ovi and the guys. So when I'm at the shop, I'm always learning, and I think this stuff's cool, and I'm a late bloomer, I guess you would say, into the game. So I'm learning a lot as we go too, and it's just super cool. And I think when I watch the videos, there's not a lot of BS. There's not a lot of advertising other than maybe his show is not doing the giveaways and stuff like that. We did talk in my other podcast about giveaways, and a lot of the audience, doesn't care for them when they take over the content. So it's like most people understand that there is a place for the giveaways because they bring in so much money. The reason why the YouTube doesn't cover all the expenses in the automotive industry is because obviously cars and trucks and parts are so expensive. The YouTube revenue alone is not low enough to cover that. Does that make sense? If you have a channel that does like arts and crafts or, some lower budget things and they're still getting millions of views, like the automotive world is, their money probably goes a little bit further than if you have to buy cars and trucks all the time. I know, first world problems for sure. I get that. Totally understand where some of the negativity and the criticism comes from, but I also understand it, right? So anyways, that's a little bit about Blake Fitzgerald. Other than that, I believe Gabe Farrell, he bought another F450 any level. This dude's been on any levels for a minute. They look so sick. I'm not a Ford guy. I'm a big GM guy, but I do like the Illuma Duties, and they do look cool. Back when they first changed body style in 2017, I believe. That's when I really started liking the Power Strokes again. I did like the way that the 6.7 sounds. It just sounds amazing when you rev it up and let off the gas. It just sounds incredible. The 6.7s do for sure, and the new body style just really is killer. So Gabe's been giving those away. I like that Gabe's giveaways, they're always over the top. They're huge, massive trucks, or they're just fully built, screaming fast trucks like Casper and Cowboy and the Mega Cab. Cummins, the Shorty, they're just sick. A lot of his giveaways are crazy. I think he's smart in the way that he gives away the trucks that he really wants to keep. I think that's a really good way of doing business because people are going to buy into things that are super cool. I'm not a big fan of giveaways where it's just buy a brand new truck off the lot, do nothing to it but put some wheels and tires on and then try to give it away. I think that's the worst way to go about it. Us here in the industry want them fully modded, fully built, ready to rip, and I think that's why he has so much success on his channel. And plus, he still really goes to the events, really travels. I love seeing trucks on trailers. I love seeing, the cars and stuff out there going. I'm keeping an eye on the camera, too, because this thing likes to stop randomly. I don't know if it times out after like 15 minutes, so I'm going to be staring right at it, and I'm going to try to catch it. But yeah, I think Gabe's really cool in the way that he shows everything, and he's not afraid to just be himself and do stuff that maybe not everybody would be doing out there. So, and it don't have to, right? He's already quote unquote successful, so he can just sit back and chill, but he still goes out and meets people. And I think that in terms of me, I'm a God-fearing man, and I love everything about, what the Bible tells us and prepares us for what's next after this world. So I think we're called to a higher purpose, and the way that we interact with each other and build people up is so incredibly important. And that's one of the things that I aim to do is I want to be meaningful. I want to be impactful. I want to use all the tools that God's given me, whether that be physical tools, whether that be mental jewels, whether that be life experiences. So if anybody's struggling with anything or wants to reach out to me, that's a big thing for me. And that's what I want to do with my following personally, is I want to grow together, and I want to help everybody on this earth that I can. So please reach out to me if you need a prayer or anything at all. Please reach out, guys. So quick little blurb there, so you guys can get to know me a little bit more. And when we go through these podcasts, I will be opening up more and more, sharing stories, experiences with you. So if you like that, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. But let's see. After that, we got Greg A. I'm going to check my time just because I got something going on here in a half hour. But Greg A., big YouTuber that I've been following for years and years. I'm sure you guys have too. Wrenchworks. He's got his shop and house and big compound down in Kentucky, is it? By Bowling Green, maybe something like that. But he's got that big shop he put up. I think he's got 4 massive bay doors, and he's a big Dodge guy. I think Gabe is too with Fords. Seems like all these guys knock Duramaxes, right? Blake does, Gabe does, Greg does. So luckily we got Dirty Max Jack in our corner. Me and Ovi are big GM guys too. But Greg A. with the Cummins platform, he's got a bunch of them. They're sick. I love his daily driver. I don't know if it's daily, just the tow pig, the big lifted dually. Mega cab looks super crazy. I think he brought that inside, started tearing that down, did some paint work to it, paint correction, and cleaned it up. Maybe went over the motor a little bit, etc. Because he's been at events with the first gen, just absolutely shredding tires all the way to the bone. Them JTXs probably got a couple scuffs on them, but I mean, that dude's going to full send it at every event. I love the Peterbilt build with the big deck trailer where he can put the trucks on. And when you see him pulling up to a show, it's just menacing. You're like, okay, there's Greg, and Greg means business. He's awesome. He does giveaways too on the side, but I don't feel the same pressure that I do from other YouTubers. Does that make... I don't know. The way Greg goes about it, it seems so genuine. I don't know. That's just my thought. I don't know. I could be wrong. But his most recent one that he built, and I don't think they showed a lot of this one on camera, unfortunately. I like when he shows his builds on camera too, which he does most of the time. That dude's a full-blown mechanic and can explain everything. I feel like I learned so much from every video he does because he's just got an overwhelming wealth of knowledge. But they're giving away a 3rd gen Cummins, this blue color that's incredible. You'll have to go check it out, with a gooseneck Diamond C Hydro Dove trailer. Crazy setup, paint matched to the 3rd gen and just decked out. It's got 22s on it, I believe. Chrome wheels, just mint. I mean, I'm talking, I think like 50,000 miles on that truck, and it looks ridiculous. There's something about a 3rd gen when it's cleaned up, when it's got the nice headlights, when it's got a manual transmission, when it's just got power, the engine bay's cleaned up because they are very slow from the factory, so they need a lot of help. That was my first diesel truck, was an 06 single cab Cummins, and I love that truck, the way it roared and sounded like a semi. But I mean, it took 0 to 60 in 3 days, man. But they're great when you build them up. They're classics now. Unfortunately, dating myself again, but that's all right. I'm in my 30s, not in my hundreds yet. So we still got time, boy. Anyway, that's what's been going on with Greg. Dirty Max Jack, you know, he bought his new compound. He moved his family again, and so he's going through a house reno. He took a lot of time away from YouTube, which I totally respect, because you get caught up in the filmmaking and the editing and the process, and to where you almost fall a victim of the system, and you miss out on things that are way more important than what we do here on YouTube. So he took time away, did real estate, and then just did time with his family. He was doing like 3 or 4 days a week, just straight dedicated to his family, which is super incredible. I get the weekends off, but I want more than that, and that's why I'm pressing to do this, because I think this type of work, this line of work, although it is a hobby, it's a job, because there's a lot that goes on to make this happen. But if you could make this your full-time job and give you that flexibility, as long as you're not overtaken by greed in this can open up like crazy freedoms for you. And I think as I get older and grow in my spiritual life and with my family, it's like, when I'm pursuing this, man, it is not to make millions of dollars and buy the most cars and the most trucks. I mean, we're going to have them on the channel for entertainment, but that is not at all what I'm doing this for, man. I want to unlock potential for my family and for my higher purpose. And if these are just means to an end, does that make sense? And to come out and be able to pour into you guys, man, that's what I'm for. So know that. When you see things, I'm never going to be in your face. I'm never going to act too good. You know, that's not who I am, especially now. Maybe when I was younger, I learned some hard lessons about all that stuff. That's why I said I'd be glad to help you guys as well. But Dirty Max Jack has a 2024 Denali Ultimate, the top of the line truck. You would easily argue it looks super incredible. Got the Vader chrome on there, white, and then he just put 24s on it, I believe. JTXs. Another drink. So he had to lift up the suspension a little bit to make those, and that truck is one beast of a unit. It looks so good. He keeps teasing us and saying that he's going to get back to filming regular truck content. So excited for that because we haven't had him for so long, and he was really an OG in the day, and he just feel the way he did videos, you felt like he was like one of your best friends that you grew up with. And I think that's why the YouTube platform is so much better than what you see on TV. No disrespect from the Diesel brothers. They paved the way, you know, on national TV for our industry, and they did a great job. But you could tell that was put on, and now that they do things on YouTube, it's a lot more real. And I think that's why this was so captivating to people like the OGs, like Greg, like Jack. It's just, and then even Gabe. Gabe was building trucks in his driveway. A lot of these guys were, you know. Greg was outside his house. Jack was outside his apartment in his house. Like, all these people started off just in their garage. And that's where I am right now, sitting in the garage. Granted, we got Ovi's shop, and he's so incredibly open and willing. And it's just awesome. The way we hit this off was I was down at his shop getting a repair done on my truck. And we hadn't talked since high school. We were maybe in different friend groups at the time, but we did go to the same high school. We did know each other a couple years apart. I'm a couple years older. And then we just kind of hit it off, and I was like, dude, I'm trying to start this YouTube thing. You know, my wife's had really good success with it, and I'd like to see what it could do for me. You care if I film a couple things here? And he said, sure, go ahead. And then watched the videos, and we got to talking, and he was like, man, this is epic. We really should be doing this. So we just, you know, it kind of fell in line. I feel something nudging me that this is what I should be doing. And if it's not, I will walk away with a smile on my face, but I'm going to give it my best, and I hope you guys enjoy. So anyways, we hit that off, had a great time. Also, let's see, who else? That's Jack. Who else has been up to stuff? Cody, Whistling Diesel, he did like this mining video. See, the thing with Cody is he has been doing off-the-wall stuff, crazy, another level. Big budget builds, right? That none of us, I can't just walk in my garage and find a jet engine and strap it to a mini truck or anything like that. This dude is on another level. I mean, right? He started all this crazy stuff because we're like, no way is he going to do any of the stuff he says he's going to do. That good content, gang. It really is good content. Let me check my time again here. Again and again, the dude just puts these crazy videos together, top of the line cinematics, while still filming stuff on the iPhone with the terrible audio that's back and forth. But the way that he mixes the videos together, and he's raw, he's hilarious. It just, everybody, even the haters love it, right? And it's incredible to see his growth. I'm ready for the Bugatti durability test. The Tesla one was epic. He's just crazy, man. And I do miss some of the old ones where he's just on the farm driving his little four-wheeler off a cliff or into a tree, and we're laughing. My favorite Whistling Diesel video to this day was the Trigosaurus video where he had the red square body, and this is when people first started hating on him on the channel, and he's reading the hater comments, and then every time he reads one, he like hits his truck with an axe, cracks the glass, takes a mirror off on, you know, his square body and his Duramax, hits the headlights right out of the lenses. I mean, you're like, what is this guy doing, man? The Trigosaurus one was my favorite. They need to bring that back. I want a new one, Cody. I want a new one if you're watching this, bud. So anyways, there's that. Street Speed 717, we talked about him in the giveaway video that we did on is these giveaways getting out of control. And I mentioned a bunch of different giveaway people, but it seemed like the only one in the comments that was repetitive was Street Speed 717 spending way too much time on the giveaway. If he does a 15-minute video, there's at least 3 or 4 minutes of ads in there. So again, what we want to see out of Mike is more like just, you know, shoot your shot, merch plug, whatever, 30 seconds, and that's it. You know, we get it. You got giveaways. Maybe you push them more on the gram or something, but not so much on the YouTube video. We want to just see the content because the dude has an epic collection of cars. He's got Corvettes, Lambos, you name it. And he's been so, over the years, just so relatable, so tremendous. Just seems like an absolute great person. I've never met him. I really even liked the video he did with Whistling Diesel. Whistling Diesel got his any level F450 or 350, drove it straight to Mike's house. They met, and the back and forth. You guys should watch it now. It was really cool to watch that now. I talk about that video again and again, but I think I like Mike's videos when he's going to get a new Corvette. He goes down to Whitmore. He meets up with his buddy that's a salesman there, Matt Beaver, and they just do back and forth like you're walking through the dealership. It kind of feels like you're there, right? And I think was a captivating thing. Did a bunch of racing on the channel. It was a lot of fun, and you know, he shows you what's going on in his personal life. He shows you the houses, building the house, you know, selling the house, whatever he's doing, he's bringing you with. So I appreciate Mike fully. It's just maybe we back up the giveaway stuff a little bit because there's so much negativity in the comments. I try to write things off that are maybe just a one-off. Somebody's unhappy, you're going to have that. But when there's themes, right, when we see these recurring themes, that's when I think you need to address what you're doing. So anyways, guys, I'm going to stand up and turn this camera off record and right back on to record just because I don't want to lose it mid-thought. So bear with me as I walk up here. Okay, and we're back. Look at that. Nice and easy. I'm going to sit back down in my recliner. Oh, that's good. Okay, who else do we want to talk about? Brandon, 24 valve. Remember Gabe's buddy Brandon, that he has a channel too. You guys probably watch it. He's got that big lifted gray 2nd gen. He's got 4th gen mega cab, huge lift on it. He's got a couple different trucks, trailers. That's my favorite thing. I always get geeked out over trailers. I'm such a gooseneck trailer fiend. I just love the way they look over the bed with stuff on the back. They just look so sick. It just looks like as close to you can be to a semi with just, you know, you personally in your driveway. It's like having your own semi. You can haul anything, big, heavy stuff within CDL limits, of course. And it's just crazy, man. They look so good. Brandon's always on the road traveling, making every effort. I believe he used to have his own shop, Brandon 24 Valve Off-Road. Closed that down, started doing social media. I don't know if he has another job outside of social media or not, but it's very cool. Brandon's raw, authentic, and just goes and gets this, shows you everything behind the scenes, and he's funny too. You could tell he's just going to go out and get it. So we like seeing Brandon's videos, especially when it's mixed with Gabe. Also watched a little bit of Crew Diesel and Gabe's old cameraman, Brian, their stuff. I'm going to say that it's not my style. It's a little bit too raunchy for me, maybe in my younger days, but certainly not now. So I don't watch a ton of that. I don't like all the language. Say what you want about me, I don't care. It's not for me. I like the lower key stuff, but I'm going to say that I like the hustle. CJ used to do videos with Gabe, and they had some sort of falling out. I don't know either of these guys personally, so I'm not going to try to take a stab who was right, who was wrong, etc. But to see CJ pick it up, I think he took a break and then picked up the camera again and got back to it. And then when things between Gabe and Brian didn't work out, Brian linked up with CJ, and now they're running full bore together. And I think it's great when people come together and work together and try to build each other up. So to see that going, I'm going to say I'm happy for him. You know, I hope it goes well. So I'm not knocking them. I don't know them. Just not my style, although I do like their trucks. I do like, you know, everything about their builds. It's just maybe the delivery for me isn't exactly it. Who else do we got? Stradman. You guys watch Stradman, I'm sure. An OG in the game. I think that his last video I seen was he owed like $500,000 in taxes. This dude's just been getting wrecked ever since he got that house. He's had so much expenses. That's like a $2.5 million house, and then he's got all these other problems. The Kona Seg is like $35,000 a month for a car payment. I mean, he's on another level. He's got money. I get it, but can you think of the stress that comes with that? I don't know that I would ever want to be that big, just because there's too many headaches. You know what they say, more money, more problems. And it's probably pretty true because that dude's got a ton of problems, it seems like. I sure would like to have, you know, some property, a nice house, barn dough, you know, for the family, the kids, etc. And then just being able to have that freedom, like I said, that's where I'm aiming. I don't need to be on that crazy level doing all that stuff, but it is what it is. No disrespect to Strad. I think it's been incredible over years. He went from living in his Audi TT to where he's at now. It's just, the videos, he has high energy. You have to really be hyped up to watch his videos because he's going crazy on camera to where he's out of breath by the time he turns that record button off, I'm sure. I've known some people that have met him personally, and they said he's totally different off camera, a lot more low-key, definitely hypes it up when the record button comes on. So I try to not do that. I want to show genuine excitement. You can't be really boring and have a YouTube channel. I've watched some videos where people are not upbeat at all, and you're like, man, although the content is cool, the delivery is horrible. So I'd be lying if I said I don't try to hype up a little bit, but I'm not trying to not be able to breathe either, if that makes sense. But Strad's awesome. Crazy car collection. Got that awesome garage with the car elevator that goes down to the second subfloor. It's like, dude, this guy, I don't get it, man. So anyways, hopefully you guys resonate with some of this stuff. It's kind of what I've seen going on in the diesel industry. Oh, one more. You guys watch Goon Squad? The two brothers, man. They're epic. They do some diesel trucks once in a while, not a ton. They're more of the Stradman, street speed, the car content, but watching them build cars from the ground up, totally wrecked, ordering parts. They take you through the whole process. And with them, I did want to say that with some of the YouTubers, their views will kind of go in waves, up and down, up and down. They'll do terrible or they'll do real good. Theirs are like consistently across the board, just hitting. I think Strads do that. I think Cody's do that. And while they're not a ton, the views are not anywhere near those guys. I think Blake and Greg's videos do those as well, and maybe even Gabe's. But yeah, Goon Squad's super consistent, putting out that heat time and time again. They got the whole family, mom and dad in there, helping them succeed in their business, and it's so cool when families get involved. There's a big, like I said, family's big for me, so we've done YouTube. My wife does TikTok, does a great job, man. She's super motivating. We understand each other so well when we got a wild bug in our ear that maybe we want to go shoot this, do that, we dive right in. Yes, you should. If you're feeling that calling, you go get it, babe. So my wife's just this incredible stronghold in my life that I wouldn't even do this. I was behind the scenes, and I didn't want to be in front of the camera for nothing. I didn't think I could do it, didn't think I could talk good enough, etc. And now I'm so open and so easy going on the camera, and I owe pretty much all of it to her. The Lord above helped me as well, obviously, and she's pushed me so well. So thank you, babe. What do we got coming up, guys? We're going into the winter months here. I'm freezing out here. We're going to be doing a lot of projects over at Ovi's shop because it's a lot bigger. He's got all the tools and it's heated. So shout out Ov, you're amazing. If you guys have been watching our content, we got a lot of projects racked up for winter because all summer into fall, Ovi's been trying to get his backyard all done up. If we've done a couple videos on that, stay tuned because we will do a wrap-up video at the end. There's some killer stuff out there I want to show you guys. But as far as projects, I'm going to be doing the dually, flatbed dually for the tow rig. That's 2015 Silverado 3500. We have the 6.0 Power Stroke. I don't know if he's going to keep that or sell that. Might do some work on that. We have a brand new truck, wreck truck that's rebuilt that we haven't shown you yet, so stay tuned for that. We have the skid loader, the 329D John Deere that needs put back together. What else do we got? We got the Razor Pro, brand new off the lot. Going to be getting custom parts done to it. We've got to rebuild the Turbo Razor, the teal ones, got to get put back together. We have the lifted Ranger on 22s and 35s. Going to get a whole new cage for that. Probably going to park my Denali for the winter. Maybe do a thing or two to it. Otherwise, work on my race truck. And I got a new toy that I want to show you guys as well. So a lot of stuff to be excited for in terms of our content. Like I said, so if you're new and hearing this and thinking, man, should I stick around and give these guys a shot? Yes is the answer. You're going to want to do that. But anyways, if you did enjoy this video, please like it. Put some comments down below. Like I said, I want to interact with you guys. I want to comment back. I'm going to, get to everybody I can. That's my purpose. That's my goal here. And I'm going to finish this Celsius and get inside. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, great rest of your weekend. God bless you all. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.